Hello, I'm Casey,
And I'm Mackenzie,
and this is Field Notes from the Unknown.
a podcast about your favorite local cryptid.
Hello, you sexy beast. You look beautiful today.
Please stop. Thank you.
You're like the lime green devil of my deepest, darkest nightmare fantasies.
I'd probably be scared. I texted you and I said, don't be worried. Like, I might give you a little jump scare because I looked really bad today.
You really don't, though. You know, if I had to have a sleep paralysis demon, I wish it was you,
It would
Casey.
be me. Oh, girl. I don't know if I'd be a good sleep paralysis demon. Are there any good ones, though?
I don't really know.
I don't know.
Some people think like the succubus and incubi thing are like sleep paralysis demons. What if,
Oh my
we're
God.
like, girl.
There's a Ghost Adventures episode where Zach encounters a succubus, and I'm like, man,
Are you ready for our topic today?
I am. What do you got for me today?
We're going to be doing another slippery, slimy sea serpent today. Have you ever heard of the Gloucester Sea Serpent?
I have not. Where's that from?
So, I feel that I should have figured out if it was Gloucester or Gloucester. I'm going to go with Gloucester because I feel like that would be the way Americans would
Gloucester?
say it. And this is on the American side of the hot Atlantic Ocean. We are
Whoa.
going today to the waters of Massachusetts.
Love that.
Massachusetts. Sorry.
I would move to Massachusetts in a heartbeat, probably.
I actually think yeah, you remember when Charlie and I had that like thing for we're gonna get the haunted inn or whatever and buy
Oh,
that?
yeah. I remember that.
Yeah.
Now you're going to get a castle, right?
Now we're gonna get a castle. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hopefully one day you're seeing us doing this podcast from a castle.
That'd be so great. Oh my God. He can have like his LARPs there too.
Oh my God. We'd have the most
You guys could
fantastic
open like a
vampire game.
B&B. Wow. I love
Yeah.
that.
Hashtag World of Darkness. Hashtag can't hashtag inside a podcast. Hashtag Vampire the Masquerade.
Hashtag mage.
the Ascension.
Hashtag check the links. I have information about all of that below.
Did you know? Wait, speaking of
Come to the dark side.
get into the Gloucester Sea Serpent, did I tell you that I'm going to go with him to Poland next year?
I think vaguely yes, but I wasn't sure if you were still going. So are you also going? Are you going to be a part of it? Or are you just
Yeah.
going as a specter?
We put our deposits down. I've been accepted.
Ooh, are you going to be like his romance, like secret lover? Everyone
we-
has a crush on his character.
I know. Like, I feel like I need to, like, go and, like, recon. Like, hands up. He's my vampire daddy, you motherfuckers. But
Right? Oh my God.
I guess this is how it's going to work. They're going to give us, like, a bunch of different, Okay, so for those that are unaware, this is Convention of Thorns. We meet in a Polish castle. They give you, like, character sheets, and you, like, rank who you want to be. So we could be a vampire couple, or we could be different characters, and then, like, somehow, there's so much potential. So,
I can't wait to see your costume because are you going to get a costume made?
fuck yeah. Probably I'm going to buy a Selkie dress, because I'm obsessed with the Selkie dresses.
Yeah.
Love those dresses.
Oh, I'm so
Yeah, boots to the
excited.
nine. They're going to be, like, up her, like,
Yeah. I can't wait. I cannot wait to see the pictures.
I'm super
Because,
excited.
like, the pictures from last year's event, amazing. And I think Charlie's still on that high.
He will never be. That was the best day of his life.
Yeah.
Oh,
Well,
truly.
other than meeting you, like,
Nope. Come on, I have no illusions here that he will prefer that day to his wedding day or the birth of our first child.
yeah, I feel that.
It's
I feel
okay.
like whenever Joe gets his golden ticket for Warhammer,
It's gonna
that's
be
going to be the
super.
best day of his life. Like, the best day.
It's okay. It's all
Yeah.
right. We love men
Bypass
with good hobbies.
all major life events.
So back to the Gloucester Sea Serpent.
Yeah.
So this creature is actually the most cited and most documented and most researched sea serpent globally in the
Ooh.
entire globe. Isn't that wild?
That is wild.
I actually didn't know about it, but I feel like it gets overshadowed because, like, Nessie that we talked about
Yeah.
before, and like Champ from Lake Champlain, they're more, they have a cute, catchy name. They have a lot of documentaries about them, but
And this girl's got like a mouthful of a name.
yeah, and I'll kind of get into it. But there was like a big hype and then some like unhype but people
Okay.
are still seeing something out off the coast of Massachusetts today.
When was the first sighting?
Let's get into it. So, there were historical sightings by Native Americans forever. There's this old oral history of a creature that people would describe as a coiled up snake that would lie on the beach and then go into the water. And the Native Americans would say, take heed, be careful, because some people were historically attacked. And then this is how the oral tradition started.
Did the serpent ever eat people? Or they would just, like, attack?
Not that's written down or like really kind of what
Mm.
talked about. It seems like in the semi-modern era, it's always been really mild and not really harmful. Now, the people were not necessarily mild or not harmful to it, but it has never seemed to attack somebody in the modern, semi-modern era. The first white man who,
Wait,
who talked
man, no!
who talked about seeing the Gloucester Sea Serpent was a Reverend John Jocelyn, who sighted a snake-like serpent off the coast of Cape Ann in the year 1638. A very, very long time ago.
Very, very long time ago.
Mm, and then kind of like the biggest pocket of sightings occurred in the 1800s. So I'm gonna
Mm,
take you to, you wanna do a little a little put yourself in the story kind of thing?
absolutely. Let's set the room.
In the Wayback Machine are a fisherman.
Ooh,
You have awoken to the salty sea air on a beautiful August day. The date is August 10th.
so nice out. It's a great day for fishing.
You're ready to get out there and get your nets and hop in your boat, your schooner, and go your beautiful wife some fish.
Feed
Okay,
the
so
family.
of course. So you're walking on shore. It's a misty morning, but as you're getting closer to the docks, the mist is clearing. All of a sudden you see something at the corner of your eye out in the open bay.
Huh, what is that thing over there?
So what you see looks enormous, somewhere between 30 and 50 feet from your estimation. It looks like a series of undulating humps coming in and out of the water, moving both side to side and up and down at the same time. Now, you are a fisher person. You are aware of what fish look like. You're aware of what whales look like. This is none of those things. This is a huge, connected organism that you've never seen before. There's no way to describe it. It's a sea serpent.
It's too big to be an eel. What a weird creature.
Unless we'll come back to the eel theory. You are fascinated by this strange creature and you watch it for over an hour. And over an hour of continuous sightings as you see this thing go in and out of the water, chase schooling fish around as it's trying to catch its meal. And this is the true to life story of, ironically, a man named Amos' story.
A man named Amo?
A man named Amos.
So I'm
A-M-O.
Amos? You mean Amos?
Is it Amos? Amos?
Is it
Yeah,
A-M-O-S?
wouldn't it be A-M? Sounds like anus, Like,
I think it's Amos,
I think
not
it's Amos.
Amos. Isn't it?
Hey, how do you say
Either way.
that creature that looks like a dog, but it howls and moans?
A werewolf?
Yeah, so the first sighting of 1817 was by Mr. Anus Story. Oh my god, he's rolling in his
You
grave.
can't call him Anus now. Amos.
Well, it's August 10th by Mr.
Is his last name Story?
Yeah,
Okay.
isn't that wild?
That is. I can't
Ironic,
wait to
right?
hear his story.
And is that where they get the tall tale from? I don't know, or like the
I still
the
think his name's Amos.
Amos.
Okay. Amos.
What's better, Anus Story or Amos Story?
I think Amos is better. Alright, let's move on to this poor man. We're just
All right,
butchering his name.
we really are. Poor guy.
We call him A for short.
Yeah, we're shaming his family.
Yeah.
We're gonna move on from a story though to our next story. So, the next sighting occurred for multiple days between the dates of August 12th and August 14th. So another fisherman, I feel like Massachusetts at the time was just crawling with fishermen.
Oh, it's always fishermen or, like, woodsmen.
Yeah,
Yeah.
lumberjacks. Yep. Here it's all fisher people. And, like, not let's not be sexist, like, we should say fisher people, not fishermen. Yeah, fish people.
Fish
So,
peop
the
fish
fish
people.
person, Solomon Allen, observed the creature for multiple days between August 12th and 14th. Detailed it was massive in size, again, 30 to 50, maybe even 60, feet long, and the way he described it looking was almost segmented. Um, think about, like,
Ooh.
almost like an earthworm and how it has, like, different, like, pieces to it.
Yeah.
Yeah. We call it
Interesting.
segmented.
Does this thing have a head?
Yeah, it does. It absolutely
Okay.
does.
Alright, so I will get to that then. Okay, continue. So, the serpent is just out, like, putting on a show, obviously.
Mhm, and so many people saw it. The next group of people that saw it was on the schooner, or allegedly masted ship, is what a schooner actually is, was the ship called Caravan, which I think is also confusing. But they encountered the creature on August 14th as well, and it surfaced only 30 feet from their boat. A
Ooh.
man named Matthew Gaffney, who was the ship's carpenter, actually took aim with a cannon and tried to fire at it, but missed.
Why is it always we gotta kill it?
I don't know. Some reports said it was a rifle, but I really prefer the idea of him moving an
Shooting
entire
a cannon?
cannon. And it's from this account that we get the first really good description of its head. So it was said to
Okay.
have a head like a serpent, maybe also, so, like, I picture like a snake, just like a kind of the angled head of a snake.
I'm picturing, the anaconda from the Anaconda movie.
Mhm.
Yeah.
That's a great way to do it. Precisely. And they described kind of almost like a hump back.
Okay.
After the shot was fired, it disappeared beneath the waves. The newspaper later quoted Mr. Gaffney saying it was, or quoted him to say, his head appeared full as a large, sorry, it's weird and Massachusettsy. His head appeared full as a large 4-gallon keg, his body as
This
large as a barrel, and his length that I saw, I should judge 40 feet at least.
okay. Weird way to use your measurements and describe things, but I'm Massachusetts.
Right? Think about back to the Pascagoula guys and their car whiskey. Maybe he was also a big fan of ship whiskey and just got it out
Yeah,
of the
well,
keg.
obviously, they're on a ship. If you think they don't have whiskey in barrels on ships,
Isn't it rum? I don't know.
it's
There's
probably wrong. I don't know. They had to take something. Like, alcohol back then was pretty much medicine, so
Yeah. Heck yeah. I mean, couldn't you imagine sitting back with a sea breeze, having a little whiskey on the rocks, watching your sea serpent friend?
yeah, and then
You know?
some a-hole comes out and wants to shoot her with a cannon.
Mhm.
I tell him to walk the plank. He can be a sacrifice.
Yeah, yeah. Let him be fucking eaten.
Push him.
Push him
No,
off.
you won't. Yeah.
Yeah, and it's always the men taking shots at things, you know? Like, charging off, trying to go hunt something.
Please tell me there
Women
wasn't a reward out for this girl.
oh, I feel
Of
like
course.
all of your creatures have songs, all of mine have rewards.
Of course.
There was, in fact, a reward put out for it living or dead. So,
Uh,
no one planned on putting it in, like, a museum, like, with everything else I've talked about. No, they just wanted to kill it. Wild.
really wild.
It gets a little weirder, so a medium-sized snaky thing allegedly washed onto shore, and the newspapers
Ooh,
found it, and it was called the son of the Gloucester Sea Serpent.
the son of the Gloucester Sea Serpent.
Yeah, so there was this group of people that were walking around along a beach, and they encountered this drowned medium-sized snaky thing, that didn't look like a normal snake. It had, like, a weird hump back to it, and so they called the news, and they said, "Newspaper, we found the sea serpent," and it was dubbed the son of the sea serpent. And the sea serpent carcass was actually sent to a group that we're gonna talk about here in a second, and they
Okay.
decided to give it a actual genus and species name. So they called it, in Latin, Pisces scoliosis atlanticus.
Oh my gosh, I'm a Pisces with scoliosis.
Wait, Casey, are you a sea serpent?
Hi.
Hilarious. Unfortunately, though, a scientist later dissected the creature and found it was just a mutated black snake that had, like, a spinal malformation in its back.
Oh, dang. How so it said it was, like, a small one, right?
Like a medium-sized snake.
Okay. Do we
Yeah.
have pictures of that, or was it in a time where they didn't have pictures?
They did not have pictures. This is back in the eighteen
Okay,
hundreds.
we're still back in okay.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I just wanna get a size
Mm.
estimate on what a black snake max length.
Well, if you're go like, black snakes can get pretty long, but they're
Yeah,
not big.
they can reach up to 9 feet long.
Yeah, black
Yeah.
snakes can get really long,
Yeah, black rat snakes.
and they're also good snakes. You should not kill black snakes, just for our
I think this
listeners.
one literally
Thank
drowned
you.
and possibly. I feel like it was going after something. You know, for all we know, it was on a
And
freaking
maybe
ship trying to eat rats on a ship, and then it fell
yeah,
overboard, then washed up.
could be.
Yep, so that was the son of the Gloucester Sea Serpent. Sightings continued on throughout the 1800s, and they were in fact so numerous that the Boston Globe published an article stating that they would no longer accept sighting reports because the
Wow,
creature was a foregone conclusion. It was clearly real.
rude of the Boston Globe. Dang.
Yeah. And then, of course, the bounty came out, and the verbiage on the bounty notification that was sent out was that the reward was anybody who could capture, quote, unquote, "his snake ship, dead or alive."
Dead or alive.
His
Okay.
snake ship.
The snake ship.
No, his you know how they say, like, his kingship or whatever? His
Yeah,
snake
his
ship.
like, his snake ship.
Snake ship.
So
Like his
okay.
highness, but like his
Yeah.
snake sh
Oh my god.
I just love when they do funny old-timey shit.
Yeah. His my
I'm
lord,
gonna call this one his
his
snake ship.
snake ship.
It's like his lordship, his snake ship.
Lordship, his snake ship.
So, the creature and the sighting reports that numbered in the hundreds were exhaustively researched by a group called the Linnean Society of New England.
Is the society still a thing?
So, not anymore. They lasted for about 50 years,
Oh,
um,
wow. Okay.
and
Well,
formed to study natural history of the eastern seaboard in general.
okay.
But at the time, they were seen as like um, the most capable group to research such a large amount of cryptid sightings. So they were on the case.
Ooh, so they just didn't do one sighting, they had reports of several, like, different cryptid sightings.
Hundreds of sightings of the
Ooh.
sea serpent. Hundreds.
Mm.
I've only kind of mentioned a speckle of these reports, but there were so many of them that there are people that would literally take out their like beach chairs and sit on the beach outside of Cape Ann or Gloucester Bay, and they would just watch the sea serpent. Hundreds of people saw this thing.
And just, like, wait for her to come do her show.
Yeah, and she would. I mean, she was everywhere for like the 1817, 18, like this whole time period.
So do they think it was just one, or do you think there were more than one?
So I think that there were probably more than one because people still see things like this today.
Yeah.
And the other thing is that there are some similar cryptid reports of sea serpent like creatures throughout the eastern seaboard. So there's a similar one from, I think it's Penobscot Bay in Maine, and then also sightings as close as Plymouth, Massachusetts. So
Hmm.
you remember back in our Bessie episode, like that theory about the big ass eels?
Yeah.
I really think that has a lot of legs. I think she's probably a massive
Sea
sea
eel.
eel. Yeah, and there are tons of these things out there, and they're usually super, super deep, but maybe
Has anyone ran, like, a so I guess, cause like, for Bessie, they ran, like, a test to see, like, what, I guess, aquatic DNA they had in the water. Did they do anything like that?
I think one of the challenges is I'm sure they have. I didn't read about any that were done specifically to locate the sea serpent, but there are definitely eels that exist in the Atlantic Ocean.
Mhm.
So I think that's the challenge is it's a known quantity.
I think the eel's believable, absolutely, but I choose to believe that there's something else out there.
Yeah,
She's her own species, and she doesn't wanna be found or seen, you know, just out there doing her sea serpent life.
but I think there's definitely multiple of them. Um,
Definitely multiple of them. And again,
there
they travel in a portal.
there would have to be. The portal.
The portal.
Gather at the cryptid conference.
Yes, they all gather. The sea ones, the land ones, they have their own team.
I love it. It's a whole committee of sea creatures and land creatures.
Yeah.
I feel like there's, like, a big political divide between, like, the cryptids of the land and of the sea and water, and, like, what they want out of the cryptid community is, like, probably very different, and
Oh,
I bet
yeah.
you have
Well,
thoughts
they
about
they have different needs.
absolutely. Different end goals.
I think the I think they all get along, but they all have different needs, so it doesn't really affect them, which is why they don't fight. Like, I mean, I don't know, maybe there is a report of Bigfoot fighting a sea serpent. I don't know.
I haven't heard of one.
I haven't heard of one either. So I think they just, like a to each their own type.
Yeah. Like, they don't bother with the other kinds or whatever.
Yeah. When they bump into each other at conferences, it's like, "Oh, hey, why are you here?" He
Yo,
was like,
yo,
"Why
get
are you
together.
out of water?"
Yeah, that's weird.
Right?
Yeah. How you
So
fit in this conference room? Because 'Cause you're so big.
right? So hold on. This
Yeah.
sea serpent, like, for the Loch Ness Monster and, like, Bessie, they had reports of seeing them on land. Other than, like, the one curled up at the beginning, does this one, like, hang out on land too?
So no one's ever seen it on land in modern reports from white people. The only time that it's been associated with being on land is from those old Native American reports of them
Okay.
seeing it, sunbathing and then going into the water from there.
Which would make sense, like snakes on a hot day.
Absolutely. So maybe it's more reptilian than it is an eel. Who's to say? I would love to see one someday. I'd be fascinated.
Yeah, I think that would be very fascinating.
And there is so, there's always gotta be a party ruiner.
Of
So
course.
sometimes, not really in the 1817s, but other reports throughout the years have described seeing the sea serpent with a horn protruding from its head.
I mean, do you remember the one was it Champ or Bessie? One of the sightings where they had, like, the red ring around their neck and, like, the star?
Yeah,
What?
weird, but okay,
Mhm.
yeah. But so there's this one, I forget what is there's a researcher that investigates some of those sightings. It seems to be that people may have been seeing narwhals that were schooling in a group, but
It's a
right?
narwhal.
I know, kind of wild narwhal, but I do not think that those not everybody saw a horn, right? And there was
Yeah,
hundreds of reports, and so surely some of those were narwhals and some of those were not and were something else very different. So that's what I choose to believe. And the other
yeah.
weird thing is curiously, narwhals have been documented, I think, as far south as Newfoundland, but very rarely as far south as the Massachusetts Bay. But I suppose that anything is possible, but there are a lot of good reasons why that can't possibly be all of it. There's
Yeah.
something else going on.
Interesting.
I do love narwhals, though. They're beautiful.
Yeah, I do like narwhals also. Walruses are another cute one. I think they're just adorable.
Yeah. Narwhals kinda scare me because I feel like I would I'd get Steve Irwined by a narwhal, I feel like.
Ugh, Steve Irwin.
I know,
Love him.
R.I.P. What a
Right.
beautiful
Yeah, you could. I mean, I wouldn't necessarily pick a fight with a narwhal.
I just wanna pet it. I don't wanna fight it. Just a little tickle tickle, little under the chin, tickle tickle.
Again, we're gonna go back to the Harambe thing. Don't pet it.
But I wanna pet it.
Yeah, no.
I love petting things. They're so soft, so fluffy.
And white people love killing animals.
I wanna kill it. Like that fucking guy tried to shoot the Gloucester Sea Serpent.
Yeah, fuck that guy.
The other thing that I feel like always happens is with my stories, I'm always talking about, like, how the town memorializes them. So, in this case, once
Please
again,
tell me this one memorializes it.
it does. So, the town of Gloucester, Massachusetts, has a number of memorials to the creature, including a massive bronze statue that was created and sits outside the Cape Ann Museum and was installed there on the 200th anniversary of that original 1817 sighting.
Is it like the Mothman statue? Like, where it's just yes,
So let's
I
post some of those on our
love that.
social so people can see what it looks like. And listeners, if you happen to live in Massachusetts and take a little day trip, we'd love to see you with the Gloucester Sea Serpent.
Yes, please send us your selfies with the sea serpent.
And that's my story today,
That's
Casey.
the
What do
Gloucester
you
sea serpent.
what do you think?
I love it. I liked that. Man,
What
that was a good one.
What do you think about her on a believability scale, 1 to 5?
Uh, 4.
Not a 5?
Well, I could give her a 5, but I don't think I gave Nessie, Bessie, or Champ a 5.
Alright.
Because
Alright.
there's always that I believe there's something out there, absolutely. I don't know what it is. Also, was there a date of, like, the last known sighting?
I think as recently as, like, 2017,
Okay.
there are still modern
Neat.
sightings.
Yeah, that's not that long ago. Okay.
Mm.
Yeah, I give her a 4. I think
Oh,
she's out there. Again, the sea is such a beast in itself. Like, yeah, she could be anywhere,
we don't know shit about the sea. We know more about the surface of Mars than we do the sea.
literally. What about you? On a believability scale?
I know I gave you crap for the 4, but I'm gonna have to go with a 4 too, because I feel like,
Me?
I did a 5 for Pascagoula, um, but there is always the tiniest bit of doubt. I think
Mm.
there's something out there. I tend to believe in that eel theory, but,
The eel theory could be, I don't know. I think the eel theory can be debatable, but again, I don't know. I think it's, again, an unknown. If you believe, and if you don't, you don't.
mhm,
I'm one to believe where I don't need a lot of facts. I need some facts,
I love it.
and we have some facts.
We do. We have some really fun facts.
Yeah.
Yeah, alright. Well, Casey, thank you for listening to this beautiful story today.
Thank you for that beautiful story.
Listeners, you know where to find us at all the places, the Instagrams, the Facebookies, on the Spotifys, the Patreons, the Apple Musics,
All of
the
it.
Gmails. Like, share, subscribe, share with your family, your friends, share with your cats, share with your coworkers, and please tell us about your field notes. Tell us your favorite cryptid. Maybe we'll do an episode on it.
Comment below. All right, guys. That is it.
Thank you.
Bye.